Everyone doing? I'm giving everyone a few seconds to get on. Hello. So we are now live Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So it's a pleasure to be here today, everyone. And today's topic, I'm sorry, we are definitely not in order like we normally are, but we're getting ready for the holidays. So it's just holidays, chaotic stuff going on. And I'm just happy. I love the holidays. I am a Christmas junkie. So, welcome everyone. If you are joining on Instagram, LinkedIn, everywhere that you are joining, please just tell us who you are, where you're from, and what business do you own or what business are you interested in owning? Or if you're just coming in as an individual, hello, because today we're talking about tax strategies, and this is for individuals and businesses and everyone. So, I'm Corrine. I'm your go to accountant, expert for small businesses and entrepreneurs. And today we're diving into something crucial for your business success or even your personal success, which is tax strategies for 2025. So, whether you are running a growing enterprise or balancing motherhood, entrepreneurship, or just adulting and you're learning about taxing, stay ahead with tax planning can make a huge difference. So, take this time, grab your notebooks, and let's just get started, right? So let me tell you about one of my clients, Maria. She's a mompreneur who owns her boutique bakery. And when Maria first came to me, she was overwhelmed by tax season every year, struggling like with last minute expenses and penalties and everything. But does this sound familiar? Like this is something that I probably talk about with almost all my clients. They're just overwhelmed, and we are here to eliminate the overwhelm over here. So with that, together, me and Maria develops a forward-thinking tax strategy, and the result was Maria saved over 10,000 in taxes last year alone. So she reinvested that into her business, was able to hire 2 employees, and even took her family on a well observed deserved vacation. Like, yay. So there's some actionable tax strategies that we can implement. So here's a few that we can implement like right now. So you want to maximize your deductions. So you want to keep track of every expense from office supplies to your kids helping with social media posts. Yes, because that's a legitimate deduction because your children, as we all know, is if you set it up properly, um, you're able to hire your children to work for the company. So definitely reach out to your accountant, tax consultant, someone in that field that can help you set that up. You can also reach out to some payroll companies like Gusto at ADP, Paycor. There's a list of other places that you can go to help you with setting up your children to work for your company. The second thing will be quarterly tax payments. So avoid penalties by staying consistent. So you want to set reminders or even automate these payments. We are a pay as you go system. So you still want to make sure that you are paying taxes throughout the year, because the good thing about it is if you pay too much, it's not going to it's not really going to penalty, it's not going to be a penalty as of yet, because they are thinking about doing that. That's down the pipeline. You can hear from me. But basically, you want to be able to pay that pay as you go. When you're working as an employee, you're paying as you go. Taxes are becoming coming out your paycheck. It's the same thing as a business. It's just that they put more, like put more on the ownership of us to take care of it as business owners. But it's the same thing. As an individual, you are hoping your whoever's paying you, your employer, is taking the taxes out and doing the right thing. Because trust me, I've had been on that side too, where I had clients that were getting taxes taken out by their company, and the company didn't even file the taxes. But this is something that, as corporations, LLCs, they make us as owners take this on to pay, to let the IRS know who needs to get paid and how much needs to get paid. Next thing is leverage retirement accounts. So did you know contributing to like a SEP IRA or a solo 401k reduces your taxable income? So you want to leverage that. So that also means we're adding someone to the team. We're going to add a financial planner to help you with this step. Okay. Next thing, take advantage of credit. So if you're hiring or looking into credits like work opportunity, you want to look into like work opportunity tax credits. So those type of credits are something else that you can take off. Okay. Number 5 is track home office expenses. As you can see, I'm in my home office, and if you're working from home, you want to measure your workspace and claim the home office deduction. Do want to add, we just found out the other day, not just found out, but throughout the years, I figured out like a basement is never including your square footage of your total home. So if you are having a basement office, you're going to want to also take the calculation of your total square footage plus the basement square footage, and then wherever your office is in that basement would be the portion of what you're going to take for the home office deduction. So if you are having an office in the basement, please make sure, or even in the garage, that you take those square footages and add it to the square footage that your home already has. So, so remember how Maria didn't realize she could deduct the mileage for her bakery deliveries? That simple change saved her hundreds. So, her being going to her clients, delivering these things, and we all miss that. We're like, oh, it's just dropping off, whatever. But those miles do add up after a while, and that was able to save her lots and lots of money. And she was using her own personal car, so she was able to, take that and either put it back into her car because that becomes wear and damage. But it was a deduction at the end of the day. Next thing, technology and tools. So I can't hold on my phone right now, but there's so many apps that we can even use just on our phone. So you want to invest in tools to simplify tax tracking. My favorites are QuickBooks Self-Employed for expense management, or even QBO if you are not self-employed, but you're just a regular business and you're beyond the step of self-employed. You want to use those things. So QuickBooks Self-Employed, perfect for all my real estate agents out there. This is something that's perfect for you to use to track your expenses. This is also if you are a gig worker, like I'm talking about like a TaskRabbit, any of those type of gig workers where it's not as simple as like DoorDash or Uber and you're doing a lot more. Those are some things that you're going to want to get into QuickBooks Self-Employed. The next app is Mile Out, your mileage. And for payroll, I love Gusto. I've been using Gusto for many years, but that's one of our payroll partners that we are working with, but there's so many others that you can use. So that's a few of the tech stacks that you can start implementing. And don't forget to schedule your quarterly reviews with your accountant. So you want to stay organized year round. That's the number one key. So when you are out there interviewing an accountant, the number one thing is you want to make sure your accountant is around all year round. So you can have these meetings and you can have these discussions and you can make these decisions before December 2020, whatever. You want to make it as soon as possible. You want to catch all these things as it's happening. So when you're making decisions throughout the year, you want to speak to your accountant, you want to speak to your financial team, because you want to make these decisions right now. Because as I tell you, tax season is all year long. It's just that between January and April is when you are supposed to be filing this to the IRS. That's your time to report what you did last year, not to take some savings. We get a few that they allow us to do after the year, but once we get to that point, it's just a little bit too late, okay? So next thing is setting goals for 2025. So planning isn't just about saving, it's also about the growth. So you want to set financial goals for 2025, and that's going to help you determine how much you want to save, invest, and reinvest. So with the right strategy, your taxes can be a tool to help you achieve these goals. The reason why I say that is because, well, let's say you are going to expand the business, maybe because your goal, maybe you have a goal. You know how I said all your personal goals are usually combined to one. So say you're thinking about purchasing a home. There's going to be a lot more things that we're going to need to take into effect for this to happen. So if you were, doing your business before and you were taking a lot of expenses and you were deducting a lot of things throughout the years, you're going to have to change that strategy a little bit up if you're going to be purchasing a home, because they're going to have to see that you're having any profit. So if we're planning on doing that, we're also going to make sure we have money put away for the taxes that you're going to have to pay. So that's why setting these goals are very important for 2025 and 2024. So the previous year is the best time to do this so you can be on the right track. So what's your next step? You want to start by reviewing your 2024 financials and reach out to your accountant, your financial coach, that's me, to build your 2025 tax plan. And remember, Maria, her success started with just one call. So ready to take control of your taxes and grow your business? Drop your questions in the comments or DM me to book a consultation, and let's make 2025 your most profitable year yet. And until next time, let's just stay focused, stay organized, and keep thriving. So you got this, guys.